Hello Sagittarius and Sagittarian Club. This is a Sagittarian extra, okay, and this is covering the whole of April actually, so bear with me. It may be a little bit lengthy, this video. We'll see, because I want to do you know, a thorough kind of extra reading for Sagittarian Club, okay. So I'm using my medieval deck, and thank you for being here, people who follow me and people, you know, that you know, follow my Sagittarian Club. Thank you so much for supporting me. Okay, so let's have a look here, Sagittarian, and I just want to say to begin with, I think there's a wake up. There's a wake up here. I think this is a wake up call as such, but I feel a wake up from over the last year, over kind of the last 2-year period. I get 2-year period here, and I guess that's going back to that Mercury retrograde. Why were these people or this person brought into your life, brought onto your path here? Why were they? Why was you supposed to experience this? All I can say, Sagittarian, that it is a wake up. Kind of waking up to this. It may be also because you've been watching my channel and kind of realise, you know, helps you to realise that. But I do get this particular April. It's kind of my eyes are wide open now to this, and I kind of can see it. Although it did devastate you, or it did hurt you over the last 2 years, I think now it's kind of you're just, it's a recognition of this. So this doesn't hurt me anymore, although it did hurt about a year or possibly a year up to 2 years ago. It doesn't hurt anymore. And I just want to say, Sagittarian, that this wasn't your fault. This person brought some kind of baggage to your door here, to your existence, on your path, you know. This person was baggage, a heavy load to carry. You know, put more pressure on your existence. Without looking at your individual, you know, readings, I would have to say I wouldn't know why this person was brought onto your spiritual path here to bring you burden. But I do feel that I get this person here, although they may have at first been exciting, made promises to you, you know, I always loved you and all of that kind of thing. I think now your eyes are, how could you have loved me? How could you have loved Sagittarius when you behaved in this way? How on earth could you love someone if you did that? Well, I'm getting that. You know, that's true. That's very true. How can somebody love somebody if they behaved in that way? And they knew that they behaved in that way. Somebody was very much a delusional person, and they you know, this person, I feel, I get, you know, well, it can't have been all that bad, can it? That kind of thing. But it was, you know, and I can see Sagittarians saying to themselves, actually, yes, it was that bad. You know, you lied to me, you said these things that, you know, seem plausible, and you made it look very, very, very pretty on the outside. I get like a cottage with roses around the door, and the garden's fine, there's a path to the door, and it's all very pretty on the outside, but once you get inside, it's a very kind of ugly kind of mess. So this is the energies I'm getting. And I get someone, this is what you're faced with inside here, is the King of Cups in reverse. And the King of Cups in reverse is this person is unable to commit to anybody. They kind of, you know, that's why you kind of you wake up to somebody like this, because, you know, they keep a distance. They will keep saying to you, yeah, but, you know, it's not been that bad. You know, I have been there for you, and all of this, but there's always been that distance of non-committal. Somebody with a personality disorder, I get that. You know, narcissism, again, I know that comes in, but I'm not going to go into narcissism here, but please go and have a look at narcissism. But they do kind of dodge and weave and dance with you to try to avoid making any commitment to anybody, because they're looking for, all they look for in another person in their whole lives from childhood is validation. That's all this is. And if you look at it in that sense, that this person was an empty shell, and they were, it was all just words. No, the actions weren't there. Just look for the words. That's the key thing. And it was all words, and the actions were so different from the words, you know, that it felt such a fabrication, you know, felt such a fabrication that you kind of, you know, at the end of 2 years of this, you're thinking, Sagittarius, there isn't anything here. There's nothing here. This person has just brought me, Sagittarian drama, conflicts, rages, arguments. Like I said, inside this pretty little cottage is an ugly mess, because not for everybody, but I do get that the last 2 years, and it's kind of, you know, it's difficult to understand somebody with some kind of mental disorder, but, you know, on the outside it's all painted. They're very good at acting, they're very good at pathological lying, and they lie to everybody, but the main source here for this kind of person, this narcissistic personality disorder, is attention. And, you know, we're talking about maybe Asperger's that's been kind of misdiagnosed, or something like this. Attention and validation. Validation is the main one. So right from the beginning, even if you did 2 years you've known this person, or maybe longer, this person's unable to be in a relationship, and this is where your eyes have been opened. So yeah, I get that this person, the King of Cups, is very much an empty shell, is a manipulator, unable to control the emotions, and self-destructive, and can be quite addicted to substances and even sex. You know, this person can be even addicted to sex, not lovemaking and commitment and intimacy, because this person is not able to be intimate, and that's where there's they're unable to commit, they're unable to be intimate. So it's all very much addicted to the thrill-seeking kind of sex, you know, like the dopamine kind of sex, that rush of exciting sex right at the beginning of a relationship. Well, when that's kind of worn off, and you get this person then looking into a career, not a career, well, yeah, a career, I suppose they can't commit to that either, but then you're looking into a long-term relationship with this person, becomes bored, and that's when they start to, you know, I'm not saying everybody, they start to look for a third party for that thrill seeking yet again, because this all, remember, all this was about, I feel, was validation. Validating the younger the better kind of situation. Sorry, my nose is itching. No, that kind of thing, like the younger I can get, the better. I mean, a normal person would not think like this, you know. A normal person would be quite comfortable with somebody, you know, their own age bracket and their own, you know, anybody who's mentally stable would not put you through this. I feel, Sagittarian. So you're talking about, I don't know why this has happened to Sagittarian, but it has, you know, I feel it has for many Sagittarians. There's a mental instability of a partner that kind of looks like I said, looks pretty on the outside, this pretty picture of a cottage with the roses around the door, but once you get through that door, it's all very ugly, and I feel that's what you've been exposed to. So yeah, so we have, you know, the King of Cups in reverse. So it's kind of waking up. I feel you want to, Sagittarius, you want to now put this burden down, put this heavy load down. And, you know, why did this person come onto my path here? I really can't deal with this anymore. And I get that very much for Sagittarians. And, you know, you've walked this path here and you've carried this person, you've carried them on your back. And I feel you're thinking, you know, it's kind of time that I put this person down. I can see this now. And I have to say to you, Sagittarius, that don't blame yourself. This person came into your life because you're a beautiful, caring person. And, you know, they felt that you were very giving, you know, and you're very giving and you're very loving, and they felt safe with you. You know, although they've got this disability, this mental disability, if you like, they felt safe with you. So that is something that you can take on board, although it can be very heartbreaking that actually, you know, but I don't want you to blame yourself, Sagittarian. You didn't know inside that pretty little cottage there'd be an ugly thing inside. You didn't know that. And I feel, you know, I do feel people like this need to go and get such deep therapy, but they don't, okay? They don't get therapy, and they blame everybody else for what's going on, that ugliness inside there. And once you are took into that door of ugliness, you become a part of that ugliness. And then they go outside that door of that pretty, you know, pretty cottage, and it all looks good from the outside. They go outside that door to go and get further validation from others. Okay. And that could be anything. That could be, again, extreme behaviours and infidelity, and actually saying to everybody that ugliness in that, you know, I'm great on the outside, look at me, there's nothing to see that's wrong with me. They're very convincing, and they'll give snippets of the ugliness of what's inside that door, what they have created, okay? And they will say to everybody, you know, this person doesn't understand me, they accuse me of cheating, and basically they probably are, you know, they probably are, but they use that, they take that from the ugliness of that inside that cottage, or this pretty thing on the outside, they take it and they use it. Okay, well, this is, you know, getting out of hand here now, but it's, you know, they don't blame themselves. It's not about them. You know, it's not about them. It's all very It's all very crazy and twisted. It's craziness, okay, delusional and all of that. So don't blame yourself, Sagittarius, and don't blame yourself, because I feel, as I said at the beginning, I feel this person doesn't have boundaries. And do you feel compassion towards this person for being so damaged? Do you? You answer me. Do you feel compassion for somebody who's so damaged, who's put you through this roller coaster? Because no, you don't, because they caused you a lot of pain. Okay, they caused you a lot of pain and anguish. So do you feel compassion for this? No, you don't. And I have to say, you need to, this person, you may have set up boundaries. You may have been a normal person and set boundaries and deal breakers, but this person, you would have said, well, that's a deal breaker for me, so if that ever happens, like a normal person would, I would end the relationship. It would be over. So what does that person do when you say that? If they've got narcissistic personality disorder, they go and do it anyway. They will do it because you said that, because you said it. And it's all it's crazy, it's madness. I mean, a normal person would take heed of, the deal breakers, the boundaries. Say, yeah, I would never do that to you, and we're not going to go there. That's not going to happen. But a narcissistic personality disorder is infallible. They actually feel as if nothing can touch them, and they can do what they like, regardless. So you can guarantee that the deal breakers that you said to this person, cheating, going with somebody, going with a sister, or going with your daughter, or going with somebody more than half their age is a deal breaker for you. Anything that's cheating, even kind of insulting you by flirting with other people in front of you, in front of others, arguing it in public. You could say all of these things are deal breakers, and what would they do? You can guarantee they would do that, or they would try to break down your boundaries, because they don't have boundaries. So they don't see why you should have boundaries. They actually resent your boundaries, because you have a normal mentality of this kind of able to say, no, this is not right, we don't do this, we don't go down there, this is wrong. A sense of right and wrong. This person does not have a sense of right and wrong. So you're really wasting your energy. And I feel after a time you can go down the road with this person, as I said, and you end up carrying this burden, and it weighs you down in the end, and it destroys you. Okay. And it gets to where it almost destroys you. It almost kind of kills you inside, that then you kind of wake up to this kind of situation. I do feel for some of you this is what's been going on the last 2 years. It's time to cut this away. Start to trim this away, okay? And because I have to say, Sagittarian, that this was not your fault. You were skipping along down this road happily enough, and then this person decides to say, I want some of that, I want a piece of that, I want to come on this road with you, just to take you down another road. Don't blame yourself. Do you have compassion? Why would you have compassion for somebody who saw you and sees all people around them as validation for propping up their ego and self and a sense of self, you know. Why would you feel that? That there was no you know, that there was nothing that was organic about this. There was nothing that was authentic about this. There was no true deep love. If there were deep love, if they truly loved you, they wouldn't do this to you. They wouldn't have put you through this. And I have to say this for Sagittarius, because I do feel this. I feel that we have been through hell and back the last 2 years, you know. And I'm going to pop my... You let that person go by, okay. So the only thing that I can think of here for Sagittarians who have had this person brought onto their path is to actually, in the future, know who you are. Okay, know who you are, and know what it is that you want in life. What it is that you want. You're not going to get this if you're wanting a stable relationship with, you know, a pretty little cottage. When you go through the door, it's all very loving, intimate and secure. You're not going to get it from this kind of person, okay. It may look pretty on the outside, but once you get through the door, it's very ugly. So in any kind of thing, if this person's joking, you know, if they say, oh, you know, if they say something really bizarre and you think, why did they say that? Nobody would say that. Actually believe it. Believe it. I would say the lesson here for you, Sagittarian, is to filter people and protect yourself, because there's many, I think 50% of society now have mental illness conditions. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that, depression or anything like that, but if you want a very stable, and you're very outgoing, and you want to remain like that and free and love and be free, then you need to filter people. Absolutely. Okay, I feel this is what the lesson is here. Don't be a fixer. Don't be somebody who's going to be a martyr for somebody that's going to treat you in this way. So where do we go from here? Okay, where is this going to go? Because I get this like wake up for Sagittarius in April. Your need of stability now. I feel there's a need of stability with you, but there's further arguments here, further toxic arguments coming up on the way. If you're still with this person or they're still around, they're going to deny everything you say, because they've got this persona to, you know, this pretty outside persona to protect, because they've said so many lies about you. They've said so many lies about the whole situation. If you expose that, you're going to expose who that person is. So there's going to be like a battle now to protect that kind of, those lies and those fabrications. There's so many layer upon layer upon layer. So this person is going to protect that. So there is going to be more of this, okay. Whether you're, you know, whether you're with this person or you've separated with this person, I don't feel separations from people like this ever are amicable. I don't. And I don't. So if you're in the process of separation here, just keep it very kind of relaxed, I feel, because this person, this person's betrayed you. If you're linked with this person at work, or you've applied for a job at work, just be careful, because this person's betrayed you at work. They've actually demoted you at work, said that you're very unstable, very mentally unstable. You can't, you know, really warn everybody, and you may have applied for a job here, and there's no clarity here of this. There's no clarity, so there is going to be a disappointment if it's around the work situation. This person slandered you in the work situation, and that is going to happen more. Okay, that's going to happen more because this narcissist is aware that you're onto them. You know what they're about, and you're kind of spreading the word here, or you're trying to, they're trying to protect this. So you're going to find out that they've slandered you in this workplace too. If you work with them, if you've applied for a job or anything like that, they've actually spoken to somebody in authority and said, I wouldn't employ that person. They're not suitable, And again, it's all part of protecting themselves from actually meeting you, seeing you and seeing what a great person you are, and it's actually protecting themselves from this exposure. That's what this is. So there's a little bit of a warning here that this person is ready now to discard you. They're actually working on that now. They're actually telling people in the workplace and around, and as far as the net will cast, they are slandering you. That's what these people do. They do it to protect themselves and their own kind of fabricated lies. So there's a warning here, because if you're not going to stay with them, and it's all crazy. This person doesn't realise they do it. Actually, no, they don't realise that they've actually made this has all been, all this scenario, all this craziness, all this toxic craziness here has been created by them. And you stepping out and telling the truth, or you just stepping out and just being who you are, this lovely person that you are, and these people are going to turn around and go, actually, she's really, really nice, or he's really nice, male or female, same-sex relationship. Actually, she's okay, and I don't get this. It seems wrong. To a normal person, to a normal human being who's mentally stable, they won't get this. They will not get this. They'll believe this person, okay? Because not a lot of people have met narcissistic people at all, so they will, because this person will make you look crazy. They will make you the one that's crazy, not them. They don't want to be exposed for their craziness here, their mental disorder. So it's, I've got to protect myself, so I've got to keep this person away from the workplace that I'm working in. Anything to do with my workplace, I have to stop this, because then everybody's going to learn the truth about me. Okay, so where do you go from here? And I've put another layout here just to save some time for Sagittarius. So I have there is somebody else around you, and it's the King of Swords here, who's also, there is another interest here, because I've separated this from the last 2 years to the next phase here. So there is another interest who is the King of Swords, and this King of Swords is very, very strong, very kind of responsible, could take responsibility of, it's so strong, this person, that they could take the responsibility not only of their life, but they could take responsibility of a whole blooming district. That's how strong this person is. So this person is different. They're stronger in character, and they're interested in you. And this person too is also having the same, believe it or not, this person is also like a mirror kind of parallel kind of situation that's going on with them. They are also having the same problems as what you've had in the last 2 years, and you know. And I get this person is also the Ten of Cups in reverse is also this marriage, this relationship, is kind of problems in this relationship. And I get in parallel this person also is having these situations, these problems, these same kind of problems. So in the other way around, so this is where you're I feel maybe you're being prepared for this relationship, the both of you. You're both looking for sanity, and I feel this person can see this in you, and they like they're very much like your the way you think, and I feel you will see this in this person, okay. And yes, so I do get that, okay, I get with this person, I get the Prince of Pentacles, the character of this person is very practical, very patient, and I feel that he's thinking he wants to improve his health because he's felt very stressed over this relationship and over this needy kind of situation in his own life. So he's looking to improve his health. So he's into health and fitness at the moment. There is a journey too. There's a journey here. So in April, this person is looking at their own healing and health, because they've also been through some kind of distressing relationship due to a mental illness, I feel. Due to a mental illness. And the Two of Wands is, there is a joyful, there's something joyful coming up. So maybe this person is going to ask to meet you. There's a release of tension here. And the Two of Wands, so in April they may ask to meet you. There's an overland journey here. And this is like out of the blue. It's very much, you know, this person say, why not? I'll come down to see you wherever you live, and we'll spend, you know, some time together. Why not? Why not do that? What we're waiting for, kind of thing. So there is this kind of distance and an overland journey here. For you, not for you, for this other person, because they do like you. They like you very much. I get they live in another state, or I don't feel another country, another state, another town, but it's at a distance. Okay, yeah, I've got this person is watching you. There's a distant observer, So this person is distant, they're detached from you, but they're watching you, like on Facebook or on social media and that kind of thing. They are very kind, and they want to share with you here. Okay, there's generosity of spirit, there's generosity here financially too. This person's generous, and I'm getting this person, although this relationship may not, or may actually start from in April, I feel that they are going to show you some kindness. And I get here, this is going to help you both. I feel this is like a fateful kind of union, because this is going to help you both cut away from the past. The Ace of Swords, cutting yourself here from someone, because you're going to, there's a realization that there's a crossing point here where this person's going to come in and they're going to show you kindness, saying, well, let's meet up, and there's the other person that's slandering you, trying to stop you by in the workplace or any kind of promotions or anything you're doing. They're casting a net out of slander. So yeah, because you've been treated unjustly, I get the Justice card here. You're going to unite with this person because in your past 2 years you have been treated so unjustly that this person is just going to be sent into your life by the universe, and is going to show you what a strong, secure minded person is like. You know, I'm strong enough and responsible enough to, you know, and accountable enough to take control of a whole town if I need to. That's what this person is like, and that's the difference that you're going to see here, and that's going to be attractive to you from now on. Not somebody who's incapable of even taking control of their own lives. And not only have you had to put up with, you know, had to endure this, so has this other person. So has this other person. They can see that in you too, that you're strong, that you're capable, and, you know, so they're attracted to you because you also have that. But there is a difficulty in trusting because of what's happened, and that's understandable. And you're trying to trust, and so is this other person. So there is a trust issue because of the way this other person's treated you, and that really is really understandable, because they've destroyed your self-esteem and also destroyed your trust, so you cannot meet anybody else. That they've designed it like that. They want you to be the destructive person wants you to be codependent on them, because so they're trying to destroy your self-confidence in, you know, stepping out here, or they did do. So there is you know, I feel you may have to work on this. You know, after being with a toxic person and a destructive person, you will need to work on this. You will need to really maybe go and see a therapist to try to get over this. When you've been with a toxic person, it's going to be difficult for you because they will use every kind of weakness. They would use every kind of vulnerability that you have, any issues you have, any fears you have. They will use that as a tool to, you know, to disarm you. So just to be aware there. Now this is going to turn into lovers. Okay, you're going to become lovers with this person, and this I feel this King of Swords is going to be very pleased about this. He's kind of ready. There is trust about this, but he's going to be ready and think, oh, you know, I'm really ready for somebody normal. I don't think you're quite ready yet, Sagittarian, but I feel you're going to work on yourself, your own self-esteem, the way that you've been controlled in this previous relationship, because this person was a control freak. And yeah, so what I've got here, I've got that there is the lovers here. There's going to be a turnaround in April. So what I'm going to do now, and I know this is going on and on, this reading, but I want to give you a really good substantial extra reading, Sagittarius, because I do have Sagittarian Club. So where is this going to go with this Lovers card here? I feel you're going to be a little bit wary, which is understandable. And you're going to work on that trust issue, I feel, and the issues of being with somebody who was a narcissistic personality. So not only are you going to get help for that, you're going to get specialist help for that. So let's have a look here at the Lovers card. Where is this going to go? Where is this Lovers going to go? I think Where is this anyway, this lover's in the future. It may not be in April, but it may be in the future. It says you need to love yourself first before you really take this step of becoming lovers with somebody else. Okay, that's very important, and I feel that's what this is saying for April. You need to take time out alone. Although there's this person around you, which is nice, you do need to, and this other person is calling in a soulmate too. They are calling in a soulmate. They feel they've lived with this, also a toxic person, for many years, and they are calling in a soulmate here. But you actually, in this time frame, you need to love yourself. That's what I've got here. You need to love yourself, and there is some forgiving and learning. So there's forgiving and learning, forgiving yourself for getting involved with this, forgiving this other person, but not, you know, for doing this to you, and kind of loving yourself first before you take this step of taking in a lover. I feel that's important, because not only that, there is a soulmate connection here. There's a soulmate connection. But the thing is that you do have to protect your future. You want to give this relationship a chance, okay, with this person, because they're totally different from the one you've been with. You know, I've said this before, that this person is the type of person that will buy you a big bunch of red roses, you know, a dozen red roses, not just the cheap ones from a supermarket, from, you know, a reputable florist that will send you it by post, and show that, you know, that you are quality, that you deserve this, and that their intentions are very serious. So there will be gestures like this, like red roses, you know, being swept off your feet. But I feel, while you're being swept off your feet and this person is trying to pursue you and trying to get you to be their lover, which, you know, a man is a man. A man will want to have sex, and a man will want to make love to a woman that they're attracted to. Of course, you know, that's normal. That is normal. While that's going on, and you maybe kiss this person and take it into an intimate kind of, you know, hug, and that, you're kind of thinking, oh, I'm not ready to go, I'm not ready for the bedroom thing yet. I just need to, you know, work on myself. I think you're going to say that to yourself. Or possibly just say, can we take this slowly, or something like that. And while you're saying that, this person is going to pursue you, is going to sweep you off your feet. There's going to be, it's going to take you to, you know, offer to take you to swanky hotels, offer to take you to the theatre, offer to take you, buy roses, you know, send roses, send gifts to you, and all of this, trying to show you that, you know, that you're appreciated in a very high caliber way. And, you know, this is going to be quite nice, and this is what you need after, this is what you need after this person. It really is. So, yeah, building on the trust. And if you're looking, and I think you will give this relationship a chance, but you need to say to this guy, and if you feel that you can trust this guy, and it's not another narcissist who's going to take that issue and work on it and use it as a tool, you can say, look, I dated a narcissist before, and before that was this other person. I didn't, you know, get a very good experience, so I just need to go and work on my trust, go and get some, you know, go and get some therapy or some kind of, and this person's going to understand that, but still wants to be lovers with you and give a relationship a chance with you, okay, while you're doing that. So yeah, it's a new love. It's a new love. Completely different. This person is capable of running a complete, you know, county, never mind running their own life. It's totally different. And I've got here, they're going to express a love to you in many ways, okay, and it's going to be, you're going to be swept off your feet, and it's safe to love this person. It's going to be safe to love this person, okay. Well, let me know what happens here, Sagittarius, if I've actually, but part of this is for you to filter people and make sure you get the right person. You know, look for people who are very strong instead of very weak. You know, look for that person who's got that strong kind of presence, that strong kind of character, that looks as if they can run the show, and looks as if they can run a town or a county, or never mind a factory or a business. You know, look for that character next time, instead of looking for somebody who sat in the corner of the bar just drinking very quietly and looking very nervous. You know, I'm not saying those people are not worth pursuing, but I think you've got to filter people in the future. Make sure you don't get that kind of person again, okay. This is the message here. So looks like this is a great reading, actually. It's gone really into detail, but I feel we needed to know this, Sagittarian. We needed to know what we need to work on, and look out for next time, okay. So sending you lots of love, lots of blessings, Sagittarian and Sagittarian Club, and I hope this has helped you. Let me know, okay, who's going to be coming into your life and who's interested, but make sure that they've been through some similar situation with their partner, but also make sure that they're stood in the bar talking the loudest, expressing the loudest, and is actually not scared to take control, not in a controlling way, but in a very solid kind of, you know, I can control, I can look after myself kind of situation, okay. Sending you lots of love, lots of blessings, and you take care, okay. Bye bye.